webinars, webcasts, web conferences, oh my! Webinars are web-based seminars. Generally, there is some level of interaction between the presenter and participants. A webcast is usually a one-way communication event, with the speaker providing content, and requiring very little participation on the listener's part. This format is most often used with larger audiences. A web conference typically involves small groups of people meeting online to work on, or discuss common interests. Communication is conducted using both audio and video. It's sometimes helpful to have a co-presenter, co-facilitator, or guest speaker assist with webinars and webcasts in particular. This breaks up long presentations, helps hold the interest of participants, and provides an additional set of hands to help answer questions or solve any technical issues. In order to keep background noise to a minimum, or keep sound from individual participant sites being broadcast to all participants, facilitators will often ask participants to mute their microphones on their computers, or on their telephones, whichever they are using to receive the audio portion of the presentation. Systems used for webinars often offer participants the option of signaling that they have a question, or would like to make a comment, by allowing the participant to click on an icon, usually called a raised hand. The presenter may then turn on the participant's audio and let them speak to the group, or they may address the individual participant's need through a text chat. Presenters may sometimes wish to share electronic files or presentation notes with participants. Some systems allow the presenter to upload these files to an online space that is accessible by participants for download during webinars or webcasts. In some presentations, the presenter solicits input and encourages collaboration among participants by displaying documents, graphs, charts, etc. within the on-screen whiteboard space, where anyone can draw, illustrate, or annotate for everyone to see. It's common for presenters to want to show participants a specific website, or they wish to demonstrate a task, or use a piece of software, PowerPoint for instance, that resides on their computer for their presentation. Most systems have a feature that allows the presenter to share whatever they are doing and seeing on their desktop, synchronously with all participants. An effective tool for encouraging participant engagement is to conduct an on-screen poll, quiz, or survey to gather information from participants during the presentation. The data collected, or poll results, are usually displayed back to participants, on screen, during the presentation, and within a very short time. Not all systems used for webinars, webcasts, and web conferencing allow the same level of interaction between the presenter and participants. Most allow some level of audio broadcast by the presenter, and also incorporate text-based chat. Some provide the capability for the presenter to broadcast video of themselves to participants, and other systems even allow the presenter to turn on the video of individual participants, if the individual participant has a webcam and broadcast capability. When deciding on a system to use, it's important to check licensing limitations on the number of people who can attend your event, the number of times you are allowed to use the system over a period of time, and/or the number of additional sessions or small group breakouts you are allowed to operate concurrently. Webinars, webcasts, and web conferences all take place in real time, synchronously, and use the web for transmitting audio and video. Some systems also provide an option for participants to call in using a regular telephone to listen to the audio portion of the presentation. Systems for conducting webinars and webcasts usually have a set of features for presenter use, and a set for use by participants. The typical system tools include the whiteboard, file sharing, desktop sharing, chat, polls, and recording, and various levels of VoIP audio and video two-way communication. Primary considerations in preparing to conduct webinars or web-based synchronous presentations are recognizing your technical abilities, or limitations, as a presenter, as well as those of your audience, and developing content, no matter how it is to be presented, that matches your learners' needs. The learning curve can be rather steep for both you as the presenter, and for your participants. Technical difficulties, or limited technical abilities, can ruin the delivery of even the best content. So, think about your participants' learning goals. Develop content based on those goals. Envision how the content might be delivered in a face-to-face format. Determine what portions of your content are already in electronic form, making them easier to deliver in an online web-based synchronous format, for example, PowerPoint, websites, YouTube videos, etc. Decide what type of additional support or explanation by the presenter will be required to enhance learners' understanding of the content. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Start small with a short presentation, a very small group of participants, or an audio-only broadcast. Practice your show. Test out your system by pushing all the buttons, and by uploading and downloading content. Invite a friend to watch your presentation online and give you feedback. Learn what works and what doesn't before you go on stage. Consider asking someone to be a co-presenter, to assist you by handling some of the technical aspects of the presentation, or to be available to answer questions that participants submit via text-based chat. It's very helpful to have another voice, another face, and an extra pair of hands, especially with large groups, or when delivering a long presentation.